Cosmic.
What up, Cos? Where you at, bro? I seen Marcus was in here. He must have dropped off and shit while we was setting the shit up. Jump on this shit, Cos. Where you at? Shit, is it just me, bro? Nobody else here yet? Might have to give them a minute. They trying to find out how to get to your fucking page and shit, bro. I see you found out how to make the shit public, though. Last time, I couldn't join your shit for nothing. Your shit was private. Pull up, Cos. They got me on this motherfucker by myself and shit. Damn, where everybody at? Give me at least some kind of subject or some shit before I get to cooking on Canelo some more, bro. I know he ain't really no all time great yet, man. I'll debate that shit with anybody. The fact that it's a debate proved that I'm right about him. You shouldn't even be able to debate the shit. It should be disrespectful to come incorrect at all time great. Y'all claiming he all time great. I don't see it. Got a lot of work to do still. Shit. Talking about some fucking Canelo, man. He definitely 1A though. I give him that. Right now, at this very moment, he's the best, but he got dudes on his heels at all times. Canelo is not no clear cut number one pound for pound fighter. Just not. And y'all trying to disprove my points, but the fact that he has competition disproves that he's not an all time great. Further proves my point. I want somebody to come on this motherfucker and debate me though, man. That shit fun to me. Man, where you at, Kaz? You the main one I want to debate. Only one that was putting up any type of fight, bro, because everybody else was pushovers. Easy to fucking defeat in a debate. I guess I'm about to just sit up here and keep calling motherfuckers out, bro, until somebody pull up to rebuttal my arguments against Canelo. I know it's Canelo fans out there too, so let's do it. I can't even tell how many people might be here. I don't see nobody right. Where you at, cuz? I can't hear you or nothing, bro. How I'ma hear you when you ain't on here with me? Can't hear you at all. Hell yeah, cuz you ain't on the stage. Hell you at? Yeah, pull up, cuz. Now me and you could really get this debate. No interruptions. No help. I can't hear nothing that you saying, bro. I don't know why. I know it ain't my phone. Yeah, that's you. Shit, fix this shit, cuz. Where you at, man? I don't even know if you hear me. Do you hear me? Okay. I don't know. Shit, let me know if you need me to drop off and come back in or some shit. I know you test run this shit before. I was on here on your page with you before. So there we go. What, it won't let you come from like the little backstage shit or what? You think it's like fucked up? Or you just need to start a new stream? That shit crack me up, bro. A fool named Jose gonna try to pull my black card because I don't always go for the black fighter. Like, fool, your name is Jose, man. Why you don't set up just set up a new stream, bro? Oh yeah, I'll see it. I already have my little notifications on. I'll join up on that shit.
Ah. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I got it. I think I got it. Motherfucker. Where you at? Where's everybody at? Why you just gotta join the panel? I got it. Oh shit. Okay, I found you. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Like we can continue that debate, bro, because we could debate that shit all damn day. But really, like I really said in the beginning, bro, it ain't really about this and Canelo. Like I said before,
Yeah.
Crawford and Canelo ain't all time greats yet. You feel me?
Yeah.
They have more to do, and it's really I would say it's the politics of boxing
Mm-hmm.
that actually is making their road tougher than it is for other guys like Lomachenko and fucking Usyk, who I feel like got like because of their amateur pedigree and stuff, the stuff that they came into the pros with. That's why
Yeah.
they have like a fast tracked career. You
Now,
feel
is
what
it,
I'm
yeah, to as far as all-time greats, do you think Lomachenko and Usyk are all-time greats now?
saying? I do
Now they
because
are over Terence Crawford and Canelo,
yep,
based on their
because I cannot break it down. The reason that I would say that Lomachenko is an all time great is because of his willingness to do these things. Like, for example, losing to Teofimo Lopez, right? He comes back and he starts taking out his past opponents, and it's the style in which he dispatched them. You feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? That puts that feeling, that run that he's on right now. He's not finished with it. You feel what I'm saying? But what he's doing right now is the definition. What he did when he came back from losing to Orlando Salido, he could have fucking never really like been the same fighter after that.
You can say that about Floyd. I mean, Canelo and Floyd. Canelo lost to Floyd, and then he came back and he did a lot of great things. And then
That's true.
if
That's
you
true,
argue,
and he's on the road to doing it. But like, look at what Lomachenko's been able to do, bro. He started taking out top guys, pound for pound guys. Rigo, you feel me?
Canelo did the
Fucking
same thing. We can compare those the same accolades, the same accomplishments with Rigo. I mean, Lomachenko and Canelo. So, what did Lomachenko do? He beat Rigondeaux, right?
he took less
Canelo
money
beat.
to get those fights, to
Yeah, but
get right
it's
back
not
into
about.
the running. You feel me? And
Yeah, but
those
we
guys
can't
that
talk
he
about
beat,
their
the way
money.
that he beat him. No,
Okay,
no,
so
I'm not talking about the money he's making. I'm saying in order to he was so willing and so he desired those fights so much that he chose to take less money. You feel me? It's one thing when we're talking about dude's pockets. I'm not talking about his pockets. I'm saying that he wants the fights that bad. He cares about the legacy over the money. That's what I admire. You feel what I'm
Who?
saying? Lomachenko.
Lomachenko. But the same thing can be said about Canelo, because this is the thing. Canelo was already a superstar in Mexico, right? And then
Right.
he fought Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But after he lost to Floyd, what did he do? He fought Lara, right?
Right.
And that was at 154, and that was the 154 pound champion. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated. He beat him, defeated him, kept going up to 160. And who did he beat at 160? The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman of boxing. Highly touted, undisputed, not undisputed, but was considered pound for pound number one ranked fighter in Triple G, right? And beat him. The man that nobody wanted to face, Triple G. That was him.
And that those are the fights you bringing up. You making good points.
And
And
then
and
and then
that's where I gotta
and then
give
Triple
Floyd
G.
credit. I never will say that Canelo, like I don't agree with Method in saying he's not a pound for pound, you feel me, or he's not a great fighter. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Lomachenko, when he fights someone, the style in which he uses, he's and Canelo he's comparable in a lot of the same ways. Is so dominant. You feel what I'm saying? And he's so much more skilled that I can put him with my eyes in a different time, and I could see him fighting another one of those greats. When I do that with Canelo in some situations, I see Canelo losing. I see Lomachenko beating some of them guys.
Yeah, but this is
And,
this is the thing. Canelo has this perseverance where he's
right,
always on top of you. He's always trying to fight you. He's always trying to,
right.
like, he's never like, you know
He
he's
never
never
gonna get on his bike and clear out or no shit like that.
or
I
run
never
away.
could see Canelo doing that. Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
The one time that he adjusted, it was like Caleb Plant did this little weak ass six punch combination, and then Canelo like nullified or suffocated some of those punches, and then what he did, he stepped to the side, and he kind of was like not affected by it, but he was annoyed by it. Like, this is what you had, and he just kind of like stepped to the side and was just like, let me readjust myself. So, you
Yeah,
know, that's the closest to somebody trying to land that many punches, and I was just like, all right, this is what you had.
Canelo can make adjustments to his credit. You feel me? He makes good adjustments in the ring. I don't feel like there was anything that Caleb Plant could do. I felt like he was toying with Caleb Plant. But I feel what you're saying, and I do remember that sequence. You feel me? Where Caleb Plant got his last little shots off before he got ate up by the lion. You feel me? Like Canelo
Right.
is a great fighter. When we talk in this discussion, I'm gonna keep reiterating that I'm not taking shit away from Canelo's greatness. We just talking about the greatest fighters of all time. And Lomachenko, I would just put him just a little bit higher on that list right now. You feel me?
Yeah. Well,
And that's why I'm always breaking down different points about it because it's not just one thing that makes him better in my eyes. It's a combination of things.
so
You
so
feel what
this
I'm
is the
saying?
thing, right? With Lomachenko and with Canelo. So Lomachenko, he has that ability to dance around you, cut off ankles. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has the beautiful footwork, right? So
Right.
at times, I think, sometimes you're wasting movements. You don't have to do all the fancy dancing and moving around and stepping too much to the side or stepping back too much. So with what Canelo does is you inch on you. He uses his foot, his feet. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
No,
like steps
I
in.
know exactly what you're saying. He doesn't. You feel like he wastes a lot less energy and movement. I don't feel like when Lomachenko, when he's really dismantling these guys, I don't feel like he wastes a lot of energy, but he does get to doing that shit where he's trying to be a showman too much and shit like that. Canelo does little shit too, but I don't like when any fighter does that
Right.
unless you're really just pouring it on the guy, but nobody is doing that shit, and I can appreciate it like I used to appreciate like a Roy Jones. It doesn't seem like authentic. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see any dudes like and I want to see you taking a light on nobody either. Lomachenko, he has too much compassion. You see what I'm, and that's where
Yeah, that he
I
shouldn't have
would
done
give
that.
it to, yeah, I would give it to fighters like Canelo and Crawford. No, they're gonna get you out of there.
Yeah,
Lomachenko, if you're like his friend or something, he sees you as a friend, and he'll take it light on you to a certain extent.
yeah. He should have never Keto Ace, my boy, man. That's my boy, Keto
That shit
Ace.
could be used against him, cause you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no. You should never let go of the throttle. Push, and you know what I'm saying. Like when Lomachenko did that against Comey, he should have never done that because nobody would do the same thing that he did. You know what I'm saying. If Comey had
right,
the you know what I'm saying. Like if Comey had that ability to put Lomachenko in that situation and knock him out, he would have done
he
that,
would have knocked him out cold.
right? Because he would have tried to prove a point. And man, and Lomachenko and people, discredit that win against Comey, and you know what I'm saying, like because he didn't knock Comey out. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like if he would have knocked out Comey in that situation, in that sequence, and never gave him, a chance, bro, it would have been a different story. You know what I'm saying? And
I would knock him myself if Lomachenko hadn't already shown me that he could do it. If you feel where I'm coming from, I know clearly that Lomachenko could have knocked Comey out, so it doesn't
right,
bother me.
exactly.
It does bother me that that's his personality, but it doesn't leave me thinking like, is he capable of that? You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, he was.
I know that Lomachenko can knock him out.
Yeah, no, he showed it. Like if he showed it, and if man, I don't know what he was thinking in that situation, but like, yeah, he should have shut it down and prove a point. Made
Now,
it.
if we're conversating about what makes or does not make a person higher on my pound for pound list, I gotta knock Lomachenko for that. You feel what I'm saying? That's why he's not better than Crawford or Canelo,
Yeah,
because he has that compassion. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, you gotta finish that guy because that's where your performance grade gets knocked. You feel me? Too much
yeah,
clowning around in there. Like I don't want to see that shit.
yeah. You
Uh,
definitely can't play with your food. That's what I always say.
unless you gonna stop him like Canelo. Unless you gonna, you know what I mean? Toy with him like he did Caleb Plant and get his ass out of there. Then
I don't
yeah,
think
go ahead.
I don't think he played with Caleb Plant. I think
You don't think so?
no, I
For
think
sure. I think
he
he
had to
could have
break
did
him
that
down.
shit about 3, 4 rounds sooner.
Yeah, but when you get into those situations, what ends up happening is you're going to. It's like Canelo has a calculated way of methodically breaking you down. So he's not going to he's not going to throw too many big shots or going to overextend themselves or try to be in those positions where he's going to get countered. You know what I'm saying? So it's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Like he uses because he's small. He's a small guy fighting these fucking guys that are 6'3". Caleb Plant's 6'3". So how do you break a big ass motherfucker like that when you're 5'8"? You know what I'm saying?
I feel your
That
point, but I
what is that?
disagree with you.
That's
I
seven
feel your
inches.
point, but I disagree with you because I already know. I know this. This is where I'm saying about when you know what a fighter is capable of. I know for a fact that Canelo could have fucking walked him down and fucking hit him with those shots. It's almost like these fighters right now don't have any defense against that shit. He could have broke him down like that way sooner. He definitely put on a performance for the fans. And when he got on the ropes and started fucking slipping shots and shit like that, that's Canelo. That's the flashy Canelo.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. He's putting on a show for the fans. You feel me? But still, I know what he was doing in there. He could have got his ass out of there much sooner, like
Well,
3, 4 rounds sooner.
there's other people that will say that Canelo was losing, and you know what I'm saying.
Hell no.
I so
Yeah.
the way that I see it is that he was inching and moving closer to the target. You know what I'm saying, and was breaking it down. So what he was doing, if you look at the final round, because like sometimes you have to look at the end result to see what happened in throughout the
Right.
fight, right? So once Caleb Plant was going up against the ropes, he didn't know what to do. He was trying to avoid punches that weren't coming. So all you have to do is do a small feint, you know what I'm saying? See what he's going to react to, and then throw over that. But what he did is he did a small feint, and then he did that Mike Tyson leaping left hook, and then it's hard for me to distinguish that because I'm a southpaw. So he did like a left hook, and then like he feinted for a right hand, and that's when Caleb Plant bent to
It was
him
like a
like
fucking lunging gazelle
lunging
left
left hook.
hook.
Yep,
That shit was
because
beautiful.
yeah, and but that's being poised. It, so look, there's fighters that can they have many skills, many tools in their tool set, right? But to me, that being able to break somebody down and know when you're breaking somebody down, that's the best skill set. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
felt like Canelo was better at managing his stamina in the fight versus
yeah,
Caleb Plant. Like Caleb Plant does not have a good gas tank, and that's what I thought Canelo was more so doing. He was letting him gas a little bit, and it was like more so like a "Are you ready to go?" moment. Like, all right, I'm getting you
yeah,
the fuck out of here. That's
yeah.
what it was. Like, you feel me? He
Canelo
played
plays
with
the long game. He plays the long game. Same thing with what's his name? Kovalev. What did he do? Stay poised, stay concentrated, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Waited for the right opportunity, landed the
right.
right punches, and knocked them out. You know what I'm saying?
He's very good at that. That's an underrated skill of Canelo's.
It's
He
very
knocks
good.
a lot of guys out like that. He
And
fucking let you feel like you're in the fight a little bit. That's where he's similar to Tank. Tank did the same thing to Leo
yeah,
Santa Cruz.
and with what's it called, Barrios, Mario Barrios, he waited for him too.
Actually, I feel like Mario Barrios was kind of in that fight. That's the only thing. Leo Santa Cruz, he played with that boy. I'm be honest. Leo Santa Cruz, he really, I'm telling you guys,
Well,
watch the
because
fight. He
because
made him
Leo,
believe that he was in that fight. He made Leo believe it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm winning this fucking fight. I got it. I'm tagging him up. Well, okay, let me shoot the jab. It shoots the fucking jab. Tank slips in and hit him with that fucking uppercut, bro. He was sitting there waiting. And how he walked him down, bro, was gorilla style.
yeah, no, and they're very similar. I wish that Tank could train with and work with uh
Reynoso.
Reynoso and Canelo. Not not so, and that's not disrespect to what's it called it Tank's team and things like that, but you know, just to get that mindset because they're very similar. Small
Right.
guys fighting these big guys, and then what are they using? They're using, they're one thing that you will learn if you're Tank Davis is being patient, inching, cutting off the ring. You know what I'm saying? Determining your your feet. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't emphasize the feet. You know,
Right.
if you get your feet closer to your opponent, you know what I'm saying? Like you can land better on him. So if you look at Tank with Isaac Cruz, he was going away from Isaac Cruz. It was only until he like actually stepped to Isaac Cruz and was coming a little forward, but not so much because Isaac Cruz what he kept doing is inching with his head and you know what I'm saying, like inching with his head and inching with his feet.
Right. You know who got underrated footwork? Not to fucking change the subject too much, but since we talking about the pound for pounds, that motherfucking Terrence Crawford. Because when he shoots the jab, when he throws certain punches, the reason that he always connects, he doesn't do the simple shit that these dudes like Sean Porter and all these guys do. He doesn't throw punches from too far away. His feet are always in position. And he always, I notice a tendency, like if you think about the Kell Brook knockout, or you think about Terrence Crawford shooting a jab like Felix Diaz, he always is stepping outside their outside foot. You feel what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
hitting them, and these fools are getting hit with every fucking bit of force of the blow. You feel me? That's a fucking skill, knowing distance and timing, and not all fighters have it. That's why they're fucking always overthrowing and all this shit. Canelo, Tank, Crawford, when they're fucking throwing punches, bro, and they want to get a dude out of there, I'm thinking about the Sean Porter fight right now. What was Crawford throwing? Fucking the fucking little he was doing a little step back and throwing the uppercut, or doing a step back and throwing the fucking straight left hand. You feel me, through fucking Sean's chin, bro. Like them shots are power shots. When I'm thinking about the best guys, you feel me, and how they're throwing them. Anyway, when he knocked that guy with that fucking body shot in that last fight, these dudes are. That's why I like Keyshawn Davis too.
Yeah.
He shows me a lot of that, bro. Like he knows distance and timing. The
Yes.
best guys are masters of that shit.
Yep. And man, like I remember I used to have like friends. They used to think like you know, if you could do mid work, you know what I'm saying? Like if you could do all this fancy mid work and catching and dodging and things like that, that's the best thing ever. But no, you're if you can have your hands up and catch and there's just throw a jab, that's some of the best things that you can do and step forward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bend, catch, catch a jab over somebody else's jab, straight hand, and then move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like either you're moving in, you're moving in with your feet, or you're stepping back with your feet. You know what I'm saying? Hands up.
You see what it is with that mid work. It's pretty obvious, bro. I think that those guys that get into that mid work shit, like I see Devin Haney does that shit a lot. That shit that you do once you learn how to sit on the punch, once you learn how to place your feet, once you learn the distance, that's shit to sharpen yourself up.
Yeah, it's
What you
reflex.
need,
All
what you
reflex.
need, if you want to really be a great fighter, more so than that, you need to fucking the shadow boxing. Like if you go look up videos of the top welterweight shadow boxing, they look horrible. I promise you, Sean looks horrible. Fucking Danny looks horrible. Fucking Mikey damn near looks horrible. The only one that can shadow box is Spence and fucking Crawford. Just look them up.
Yeah, they have no imagination. You know what I'm saying? They
Right,
don't have like, all right, imagine, you know what I'm saying, you're doing, what I'm saying, you're doing this and he's doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like they have no
right.
imagination.
You
They have to
gotta, you
be able
gotta
to do it.
develop that, bro. You got to. Shit's important as fucking boxing. Missing steps and shit, that shit leave you in a place where you feel me, at disadvantage. I feel like Devin Haney would be knocking fools out if he was training on the right, you see what I'm saying, aspects, but you can't be training under your father and then he only want to let this person work with you and this person. Nah, sometimes you got to spread your wings and go you feel me, go find that shit.
Yeah, I don't think that any of like the fathers should be in the corner,
They
and then
kind of like become a hindrance. You
yeah,
got to let them go, bro. Like
yeah,
that's why Earl Spence dad, he must be like a good father, like trainer figure, because I know he used to train Spence at one point, but then he started letting Derek James do his thing.
yep. Let him
You see
go.
what
Let him
I'm
do
saying?
his thing. Yeah, because
You
like
never
man,
hear him
it's a
getting away.
history.
You
It's been
never
a
hear the
history
dude
there.
getting away, bro. Right.
Sugar Shane Mosley used to have his father. Sugar Shane Mosley's dad was a really good trainer.
Right. But then
Yeah,
he
Sugar Shane
eventually he
Mosley the
went to
third.
Nadim Richardson. You feel me? Like you gotta get different. You gotta get different styles.
Yeah, I mean you get beat up in the ring, and then you get beat up in your corner. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
Morally,
boxing is eventually gonna go a different way. It's gonna go more like in the future. It's gonna go more like how Crawford's corner is. You gonna have special people, coaches in your corner that all look at different things. You gonna have a Isial Dieguez. You gonna have a Red. You gonna have, you see what I'm saying, a fucking Bomac. You're gonna have different dudes that work with you on different things, and it's
yeah.
their job to fucking see different things in the ring.
No,
That's why Floyd, I think he was so good too, because his uncle was in the corner, but his dad was in the corner. You feel me? Had fucking dudes in his corner that fucking seen things.
he also had do you remember the Mexican guy that Floyd had?
Stitches Duran,
No, no, it wasn't Citrus Duran. It was
but
the
he's the
old
cut
guy.
man. Who you thinking
He
about?
was he was
The
with
guy
the
that wears
cutter.
the cap. He wears
Yeah,
the
the
cap.
cap with a whole bunch
The
of
cut man too.
yeah, he has a whole bunch of pendants in on his head, and
Yeah,
it
I know
was
you talking about.
He's been around for a very long time. He's a very famous Mexican cut man, but he was there for what's it called it? Roberto Duran.
Right.
He was there for a very long time.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot his name,
legendary,
man.
bro. I forget his
But
name too,
Floyd
but his name should be remembered by us both. But can't remember his name. Might
Floyd
have to look
like
that shit up.
revered him highly. Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now. But like it's important. When I do the VR boxing, I know it's not the same thing. But when you're reminded of something, to keep your hands up or use your jab or this is what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that is very significant. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Trust me. You try it and you'll see it. You'll be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can get bored, you can get lackadaisical, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when you hear your corner saying like, you know what I'm saying, do this, do that, and man, all that stuff matters, man.
right.
That's what your corner is there for. They're there to see what you can't see.
And that fool Floyd, like as bad as I talk about him, it would seem like he would know the adjustments before he even get in the corner. He get hit like with Maidana. His awareness. You feel me? He knew how much time was on the clock. Just immediately got hit and start walking to the corner.
Yeah. No, he knew. He was
That's
very
that
aware.
light shit. He knew exactly how much time. Like he was counting down in his head. You see what I'm saying? Like that's fucking impressive to have a mind. You feel me? That's aware. You feel me? I know you've seen Andre Berto's breakdown of Floyd's awareness in the ring. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, he
It's
can hear
crazy.
everything, sense everything. Yeah, it's different. And like people give Floyd shit, but Floyd knows every single thing. Like he's the epitome of a gym rat. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in the ring, I was in the ring, I was fighting, I was training, I was doing, you know what I'm saying, always beating everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They
Right,
couldn't compete against him. They can't compete against him to this day. Like Mikey Garcia went over to Floyd's gym to watch Floyd train, and he was like, "What the fuck?" He started doubting his abilities. Like, I'm not like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he not like that. He's not like Floyd,
no,
obviously.
no, fools can see like when it's a skill gap. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I believe that a lot more boxers can see and they have a good boxing mind than we think. There's a reason that guys like Earl Spence are like, nah, not Crawford. I think that more so than it being Earl Spence not wanting to fight Crawford. When I hear the language, I think it's Derek James that recognizes what he
that
sees.
knows that.
And
So
yeah, he's the
is
one that does all the fucking capping. When he gets on the camera, he talks like he's scared.
they were saying that Spence was going to leave Derek James. Do you know about that?
What I found out, and this is my what I gathered from doing my little research and from what IOTBA stated. I don't know if you know who IOTBA is. He used to be like number one
No.
Spence fan, and he used to be in Spence's circle. He's a fucking YouTube guy that Spence used to fuck with, and now Spence don't fuck with him. So if you look up IOTBA, he'll talk about his experiences with Spence, and he was talking about an example of how Blu-ray is like a celebrity fitness guy, and he was getting in the way. And there was a time in which Derek James wanted Blu-ray to be silent, you feel me, and kind of be dismissed from the camp. And Earl Spence fucking got at Derek James and kind of created some tension there by telling him, "Oh, Blu-ray ain't gotta shut up." I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like all this shit. So there's some beef there between Derek James and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Not to mention that Blu-ray takes up a lot of credit for Earl Spence's success in the ring, and Earl Spence don't like that, so he fired Blu-ray. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Derek James, like he's a very envious coach. I believe he's envious of the fucking new strength and conditioning coach. You feel what I'm
Now,
saying?
who does Derek James have besides Spence? Who's his other?
Charlo. I know he
Yeah,
has Charlo and he has
no,
Frank
no,
Martin too.
Charlo, right?
He has the younger Charlo, Jamel.
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah,
And I think Frank Martin is a part of Derek James' camp too. Earl Spence's shit.
yeah. Now that's the thing. The
Besides that, who's he a renowned trainer for training ever? You know what I'm saying? Those are the only guys he ever trained.
yeah, but with Blu-ray, you know, that's the thing where you can't take too much credit, because he's not really. I mean, you're the health and conditioning, you know what I'm saying, and things
Right,
like that. Like you can't take too much credit for man. Everybody's trying to take credit on somebody else's achievements, but you know what I mean. Like
right.
at the end of the day,
Also, he thought that he was going to be training Spence. According to what I'm hearing, he thought he was going to be training Spence for this fight and for his foreseeable career. So why Earl Spence fire him? Why he ain't choose him?
damn. And people were talking about saying that Blu-ray was helping him out, and and why did he leave him? And they're gonna see how he is after that, and
I'll tell you
is
what
he
it is,
gonna be
Cos.
the same person?
You know what it is, fam? Not utilizing Blu-ray leaves room for him to have a reason for an excuse. I sat up here and I follow Spence on fucking Twitter, and he said on Twitter that the reason that he fucking failed or didn't look as good in a Danny fight is because he stopped training with Blu-ray. Why does he
Damn,
quit training with Blu-ray, Cos? Ask me that question.
I don't know. I don't know. They're not
I'll
working
tell
together.
you why. Because he's a lazy fucking bum,
Damn,
and Blu-ray's a hard working motherfucker, bro. Blu-ray push him to the limit, and he don't like to be disciplined.
damn. I mean,
On top of him taking the credit and shit like that, because he
yeah,
probably deserves a lot of the credit.
yeah. No, I can see it from a motivational standpoint, but I can also see where trainers and health conditioning coaches, you know what I'm saying, and they can cross heads, right? And
Right,
like, yeah, get your guy to the point where he's gonna be ready to fight, he's gonna be ready to train, and get do your part as far as a health conditioning trainer, a physical trainer, things like that, and then let the trainer train for the fights. Don't
right,
cross those paths. You know what I'm saying? Like if
right.
it,
Don't step on people's toes. Know
yeah,
your role.
yeah, do your part, get them conditioned, get them ready, and then work with the trainer, because like if your trainer is asking you to use your left hand more, then maybe
Right.
do more exercises to straighten that left hand, to straighten that core, to straighten that
Right.
back. You know what I'm saying? Reverse the
You
wrist.
don't publicly see fucking Kenny Porter and Larry Wade stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, and like
If they do that shit, they keep it private. And Larry Wade, he keeps himself in his position where he is. I'm strength and conditioning coach. Kenny Porter's the trainer.
right. And so was it a thing where you had these I guess Blu-ray sounds like somebody that's just like very boisterous and out there. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? From my opinion, from what I'm hearing,
If
from
you
what I'm
if you've seen his videos and his rhetoric when he taught, you feel me? You'll think about it now. You just didn't notice it before. You feel
yeah,
what I'm saying? But this is what's really going on. You feel me?
yeah,
Dude is taking a lot of credit for Earl Spence, and Earl Spence don't like that shit.
yeah. Cause like that's man, that's it. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that's like saying, oh, you saying that the reason I'm here is because of you. You feel me? Like no, anybody can have me do fucking run miles or fucking do 100 push-ups, or I could do this shit on my own, and that's why Earl Spence keeps trying to do it on his own.
Yeah, but sometimes you need those guys, but they also have to
I
kind of
think Spence
respect.
actually fucking needs him.
It sounds like it, yeah. They need each other, but I guess
But at
Blu-ray
the
needs to
same
just like,
time, if you get to fucking with Blu-ray, then you gotta fight Crawford. And if
damn,
you lose, then what you gonna say? No, you don't want him in your corner when you fight somebody. Just
damn.
in case you lose, you have an excuse. Well, shit, I didn't have Blu-ray. I should have chose. I should have worked with Blu-ray. Well, I fucked up. Like you were saying before, he already uses it as an excuse, so I could see him doing it again.
Yeah, man, that's a big significant factor. I remember with Manny Pacquiao. The closest that I can think of was Alex Ariza. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Alex Ariza played a big major part in some of these fighters, strength and conditioning coaches. That's what they're called, right? Strength and conditioning coaches.
Right.
So, like Alex
Now he was
Ariza,
calling himself Earl Spence's trainer.
yeah, yeah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Alex Ariza knew he was the strength and conditioning coach, and Freddie Roach was, the trainer. You know what I mean? The coach. You know what I'm saying? Like they were all a part of one team. But like, yeah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, it's because of me that you're winning and things like that. Alex
Right.
Ariza knew his part. He knew his role. I mean,
I think Spence probably fired him because of Derrick James.
yeah.
Who's sitting up there fucking making Derrick James feel on edge? Like, you feel me? Like, Spence gonna choose between the two of them.
And if
Spence, this fool Blu-ray can't even hold the mitts for Spence.
well, if what would be Spence's alternative? It would be what's it called? Ronnie Shields, right?
Right.
That's who I mean, that would work really well. Ronnie
Yeah,
Shields and
I
Spence
think
would
that
be.
Spence is fucking. He needs both of them fools. That's what's hilarious, bro. They don't get. I don't think they get along, but he needs both of them.
Yeah, they have to work together, get that shit done, get it done for. Cause Spence, honestly, man, I like
His
Spence.
style is just like Derrick James' style. It's a lot like it. Very, very basic. Very, you feel me? Grounded, and you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He fights. He needs that. That's what I'm saying. He needs that mid work. He needs that. You feel me? Coaching from Derrick James. That's why he fights the style that he fights so well.
I like Spence's style.
I
I
do.
don't think it's
You know
too
what I
hard.
like that people don't fucking know about or really pay attention to? I like how he uses his jab to blind people and shit like that, and then he uses his head when he gets you on the ropes and he lean on you and fucking start doing what he does.
And Wu starts working the body. That's one of the things that he does. He does really well. For his
Hell yeah.
height, he does that really well. So he has long arms. So like when he gets close to you and uses the high guard, and then like if he can push you or uses like his would be his left hand to kind of push your head to the side, and then hook to the body, or uppercut, or hook over the top in straight hands. Like that's perfect for a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you look at Spence is a pressure fighter. He's a relentless pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What Spence is, bro, I'm be honest. He's what you said and more. This fool is, and I'm not being racist when I say this because you know I ain't got that type of blood.
No, I already know what
He
you're gonna
is,
say.
he is like, he has a Mexican style with the
Yeah.
athleticism of a black fighter.
He was trained by a Mexican trainer.
Yep,
That's the
I
thing.
know. I know. Came up in the same gym as Virgil Ortiz. So that's why what I'm saying, it don't have no type of, you feel me, negative connotation. It's straight
No,
fact.
no, he said that many times, and it's like, okay, if your first trainers were teaching you that, you can't let go of your basic fundamentals. It's like you can keep on trying to train him to do something opposite of what he's done and what's successful to him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And try to change him, but instead, why not try to work with what he's known to do, what
Right.
comes naturally, and for his abilities. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think that his style makes him even more impressive. And
Yeah,
maybe other fighters should start doing. Because what he does, he goes based strictly off fundamentals.
yeah. Fundamentals and good cutting off the ring and nonstop relentlessly pressuring you, bro. He
Right.
like once he starts putting hands on you, he doesn't like tries to step back and readjust or do none of that stuff. He just keeps coming back at you. He just keeps on
Right.
coming, you know what I'm saying? Like
He always in position to hit
he's
you
yep.
3 and 4 times. He's not gonna just hit you once. The first punch sets up the next one with him.
Yeah, and it's always relentless. The thing that he did with Mikey Garcia, I was just like, man, this motherfucker would never letting him breathe. He was just like nonstop, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Oh, you're gonna keep your hands up? Boom, jab to the body. Boom. This, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, boom, boom. Every single time he kept finding an opening, he kept on landing on him. You know what I'm saying? And
Bro.
it was
Bro, I shit
really
you not. At that time, bro, they were all three trying to. Well, I'm telling you for a fact, Earl Spence and Sean Porter fighting Ugas and him and Earl Spence fighting Mikey. They were both trying to compete performance wise with the likes of Terrence Crawford. That's why they were trying to masquerade as boxers.
yeah,
That's a fact. It's a competition thing. They should just fight their styles all the time.
yeah,
But since they weren't when it seen what Crawford was doing to Felix Diaz, they're like, oh shit, well I'm as good as Crawford. Let me show y'all I could box. No, don't show us you could box. Fight your style. We already know you could box.
right.
Earl Spence's style does show that he could box, but he wanted to show that he could be like Crawford. Sean wanted to show he could be like Crawford, but y'all not.
Yeah, no, Crawford is man, ways above all these guys, man.
Skill
Ways.
wise. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you gotta try to. That's what I'm talking about when I say like uh,
Skill set.
pound for pound wise. You feel me? What puts you on that level? It's the style. It's you feel me? The way in which you go about doing your business. They're trying to compete.
Talent
You know
wise,
what I mean?
I don't think that anybody is up to Crawford's talent level and skill set and tools. You
Nah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
nobody's
agree.
up there.
Why do you think that AJ tried to box?
Because he's stupid. I don't know. Because he
Nah,
doesn't know
I
any
don't. I
better.
don't think it's because he's stupid.
Not.
I think
I,
it's because he saw Usyk coming a mile away, where
no, no,
people
no.
think
But
that Usyk just came out of nowhere.
no, no, no. I don't mean no disrespect for
I
AJ.
feel
It's
no,
just
I
like,
feel what you're saying. You said he actually believed it will work. I feel what
yeah.
you're saying,
It's like no, bro. No, no. Don't fight. Don't
but not just
try
in
to
the Usyk fight. He tried to fucking box against the guy he fought before, and he was looking silly in there.
Yeah, but so is it something that his coaches are trying to bring some? Okay, like if you look at certain trainers, perfect example. I hate to bring up Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia didn't try to change Marcos Maidana. The only thing
Right,
that he tried to do is try to work on his skill set and then simplify and work on the fundamentals behind it. You
right,
know, your jab, your straight hand, you know what I'm saying? All the craziness can come afterwards. But if you're establishing yourself with your jab, you know what I'm saying, your feints, and you know, your straight hand, those are good fundamentals. And then cutting off the ring. And then you could do every single thing else after that. Once you could get
right,
somebody cornered and boxed up and against the ropes, then do whatever you do naturally, right?
right. And that you would so you would agree with me that Robert Garcia is the trainer that AJ should be picking,
I said that.
and he's gonna teach you to fucking fight and fucking fight your heart out to the end and represent where you from.
We,
That's what
we,
I like about Robert Garcia. Like he's gonna make sure that you're boxing behind what you're doing, you're not overdoing it, and that you're gonna fucking fight hard. AJ had a bunch of yes men in his corner that were allowing him to fucking masquerade as something that he's not.
yeah. And man, everybody says that AJ doesn't have those fundamentals. And those are
He
the
doesn't.
fundamentals,
He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't have the footwork. He doesn't throw a
right?
proper jab, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? And against a boxer who actually can stand up to him, you feel me? He gets like what's the word?
He gets mesmerized.
He gets timid.
He gets
To me,
timid and he
against
gets
Usyk, he
mesmerized.
looked timid and confused because he
Right.
already knew. He already. That's why he didn't just go at him like Chisora did. I feel like he saw that Chisora performance and was threatened by it.
Yeah.
He was at that fight. He was at that fight. Not do I think he saw it. He saw it.
Yeah, he saw it there in person. But salutes to AJ for doing that though. You know what I'm saying? For like going up against all these guys. Like, man, even though AJ has lost, but like he does he have a better record than a Fury, than a Wilder, you know what I'm saying, than an AJ at a heavyweight?
Not better than Fury because Fury ain't lost.
Yeah, but losses doesn't mean anything. But like all the
But
competition that
if
he's
we're
faced,
talking about record, he ain't lost.
but all those fighters that he's fought, all the fighters that AJ has fought, compared, like let's not think about the losses, but just all the fighters that AJ has fought. Of course, you're gonna lose
So
eventually.
you talking about really like primarily the resume, like who he's fought.
Yeah, who
Well,
he's fought.
AJ has the best resume at heavyweight currently.
Yeah,
I
period,
would
right?
agree with you, but Tyson Fury he's still the lineal champion. He beat the guy. He was the
And
lineal champion before he beat Wilder too, and AJ's not that.
AJ beat what's it called, the Klitschko too.
But he didn't. He's not the lineal champ.
No, no, yeah, he didn't get the linear champ because
I
Fury got
think
that
that Fury,
before him.
who beat a more formidable Klitschko, AJ or
Yeah,
Fury?
Fury did.
Feel me? Like he's still the guy. That's the thing about Tyson Fury. Because me, I really would love it if I was just like in a place where I could believe that Usyk is better than Fury right now. But nope, he hangs that shit over Usyk's head too. I'm the
Yeah,
lineal
no,
champ. You feel what I'm saying? I beat Wilder. Okay, I gotta respect it. That's where he's in that position right now.
yeah. The hardest thing, and I always believe this to this day, is to beat a lineal champion. Those
Right.
lineal champions are hard to fucking beat. Say what you want to say, they're hard to beat. They're not
I
easy
agree with you.
pushovers.
That's when you really impress. That's the highest level of being impressive. That's even more probably higher than being undisputed because usually if you're fighting for undisputed, there's probably a lineal champ involved usually. But that's why it was such a big deal for T.O. to beat Lomachenko. That
Yeah,
shit didn't make sense. Something was wrong that night with Lomachenko. For sure, 100%. Because Lomachenko should have destroyed T.O. But he did
yeah,
that. He did that, and we had to respect.
yeah. And Loma's coming to get that get back, so he's coming. Loma's
I'm gonna
coming.
tell you right now, To he didn't want to fight Loma right after. He don't want to fight Loma right now, and he would never ever want to fight Loma again. And we all know why.
Damn. Not
People
even.
try to justify that duck. That's a duck. I don't care if Loma didn't deserve the rematch. I'm old school. That man calling for that smoke. He feel like you didn't really beat him. You had an opportunity. The fight could have been made. You ran from it. If T.O. would have fought that man again and lost, we wouldn't be talking about him in the light that we talk about him right now. We talk about him in a negative light right now.
Yeah, it would have been more respectable. Now he's
Hell
kind
yeah,
of
bro. We wouldn't have knocked him at all for losing to Lomachenko. Who's been not
right.
who really? Nobody really has came back and fought the same. So that's why we don't give him any credit. Everybody still kind of respect Rigo.
Yeah. Like now, Leo, what's it called? Teofimo Lopez looks like fuck, man. Like everybody's against him. The whole everybody, boxing community, and man, I remember when H asked me about Teofimo Lopez, and I was like, I just don't fuck with his dad. His dad fucking runs his mouth a lot. But I guess Teofimo Lopez can cash all of those checks, and as you know,
Right,
as long as Teofimo Lopez Jr. or Teo, he can cash those checks. I guess it's okay for his dad to run his mouth like that.
right.
But that shit ended. You know what I mean? And bro, his dad was running his mouth, and it was like for some people they were like, it was, they were like yes because they don't like his dad, and I'm one of those. I just don't like his dad at all.
I liked T.O.'s dad until that day. This man came on this show and told us to bet our fucking money on T.O. winning the first round.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm assuming to this day, it's some fucking some solidification behind my theory that that man bet his money on the first round.
Yeah, no, they big, big, they big time money.
Otherwise, why do you come out like that when you can clearly box behind your jab
Yeah,
and
you
you
know,
hit that fucking hard?
yeah, they cashed out the checks before they even made them because they were
Yeah, bro.
promised so much
They thought
money.
that shit was gonna be an easy fight.
Yeah,
Cambosos came out to win.
yeah, and man, with Combosis now, he's in position to fight Haney, Tank, uh, what's it called it, Ryan Garcia. I think Isaac Cruz is gonna be the one that's gonna get it
I heard you say that earlier. Why you think so, Cos?
because Isaac Cruz is promoted by Manny Pacquiao, and Cambosis was Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner.
So you
So
feel like it'll be like a favor for a favor
a
type of
favor
thing, or
for a
like
favor, yeah. And it's gonna be in Australia, and they're gonna make some money, because if you look at the Tank Davis fight right after Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz, Cambosis was like, he was more impressed with Isaac Cruz relentlessness, you know what I'm saying, than Tank Davis. I mean,
yeah,
so that's one of the things. But it would be like, why not help out one of your friends that put you on in the game and help his promotional company, because they are a small promotional company. Isaac
right,
Cruz just went up against Tank Davis, and then they had Mark Marcelo go up against Gary Russell Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not wins. Well, Mark Marcelo won, right? But with what's it called? With Tank Davis, he didn't win, but it was a win in the hearts of the people.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So why not put Manny Pacquiao up there? You know what I'm saying? Because like in Australia, they don't have to do much. All they have to do is get a stadium, get the date, you know what I'm saying, and they can sell that fight. They can talk to, the stadiums, the promotional companies. They don't have to do a lot. They don't have to pay Isaac Cruz a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Cruz
Yeah.
will take that.
He ain't gonna fucking price himself out.
Yep.
In other words, he
Monetize
ain't gonna
that.
fucking duck, cause that's what that is. When a fighter priced himself out, that's a duck. When
Yeah, 'cause
I believe that's true. When they say fighters are pricing themselves out, bro, that's not them making that shit up. That shit
yeah.
is fucking true. He priced himself out. That's why he ain't. That's why the fight ain't happening.
Well,
That means he ducked.
we think about with like Devin Haney, right? He has everything to gain from this. All he needs is all of those belts to solidify him. And bro, imagine if Devin Haney becomes undisputed, beats Kambosos, regardless of where he's fighting at, in Australia, the United States, or anywhere else. His name, anybody, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. If any of those guys beats Kambosos and becomes undisputed, that's all you need. You naturally become a superstar. They're already superstars. Tank Davis is already a superstar. Devin Haney is already there. You know what I'm saying? He's getting superstar money. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia is a fucking diva. You know what I'm saying? You have all of these guys where they have all the notoriety, but they don't have the accolades. They don't have the achievements. And that's the one thing that they all want. You know what I'm saying? They all want those achievements. They all want those belts. And once you get those belts, then everybody's gonna come calling, right? Whether it's
Right.
Showtime, whether it's the Zone, whether it's all of these networks, because they want those belts back. That's how
Right.
these networks work.
No,
Those
that's
promotions,
what it's all about. It's all about control of, and you see what I'm saying? The fighters just the fighters they don't trust them. They don't believe in the fighters, the promoters. That's how I feel.
yeah, they want those belts back. They want them back in their house. They want, top rank is not fighting for Lomachenko to get those belts. They want those belts for top rank. Because then
Right.
who are they going to give those belts to, right? Is it going to be what's it called, Shakur Stevenson, right? Imagine that, right?
That's why we all know who it's gonna be. We could be hopeful that it's somebody like Pitbull Crows for the sake of the fairness of boxing. But we know
Right.
that Bob's gonna send Lomachenko over there to get them belts.
Yep. And he should, because like then because what other belts does top rank have? You know what I'm saying? They don't have no belts at 147, right? They have all the belts at 140 with what's it called, um Josh Taylor, right? So they want those belts at 135. They want to keep them in house. They want to
Hell
get
yeah.
them back.
They never wanted to lose them. That
Yep,
wasn't supposed to happen.
exactly. Tio fumbled, Lomachenko fumbled. They want those belts back because once if Lomachenko gets them back, then they could make a fight with either Shakur Stevenson or what's his name? the tea boy, the dude that sips the tea, is with Canelo team. He's gonna be fighting him. Shakur Stevenson versus
You talking about Valdez?
Valdez, right? You know what I'm saying? Either
Uh,
or is gonna be fighting Lomachenko if Lomachenko gets those belts back, and they're gonna keep it within the top rank. If Lomachenko gets those belts, I bet you they're gonna push for Shakur Stevenson. If Shakur Stevenson beats Valdez, they're gonna push for Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko. Maybe a year or 2 years, but they're gonna push that.
hey, bro, that's the first time that ran through my mind. You just put it together. That's exactly what's about to happen. Lomachenko gonna get the belts back, and then he's gonna defend them against Shakur, and Shakur is
Right.
gonna become the undisputed champion. Straight up.
Because Shakur's young. Shakur's young.
Yep.
He's got a lot of future ahead of him.
And then he has the makings of a star. He could
Yep.
take over where Crawford, left off. I could
He's
see that happening. And then you send Shakur to go get Tank and all those guys.
yeah. Because Loma's not gonna be around. I mean, how many years does he have?
He's like 33, something
Man,
like
that's
that.
so young.
He's like in
He's a
his 30s. And Loma, I get the feeling that Loma and fucking Usyk are the type of fighters that will fight into their 40s. They early, till they're 40 years old. People think that they gonna just be done. I don't know about these dudes. They just got started. You see, because
my
I
bad.
think
I'm
that
looking up
people get it
his.
confused because yeah, he's like
Oh, he's 33.
33 or
He's
something like
33.
that,
Yeah, he's
and
33.
Usyk is like 34, but they both got like 14 and like 16 fights or something like that. Bro, them fools are gonna fight until they're like fucking 40.
Right. I
They
mean,
only been pro for like 6 and 7 years
Loma's been around for a while now.
since he was like 27 because he went to the Olympics twice.
Yeah. But I mean, they still have some wear and tear. Loma, you can see some wear and tear on him.
He is a little bit older, but at that age, you start having some injuries. I still could see him fighting until he's 40. He doesn't have that. You know why? It's not about the wear and tear. It's about the mindset. When I look at them, they seem like they have that tick.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're striving for greatness.
that's
I
what
can
I
see that.
mean when I say they're greater than these guys. Cause
Yeah. I mean,
they're greater even than Crawford. Crawford talking about some, oh shit, I'm already a Hall of Famer. I ain't got to fight Spence. I'm solidified. I can hang it up right now. I'll be hot. That's
yeah.
some weak ass shit.
Yeah, because man, my whole thing is forget the 147-pound division. Use your belt and then go after the 154-pound division.
Right.
Because the fans are gonna know that Spence has been ducking. The fans already know. They know. It's obvious.
I already know what it truly is. Cause Charlo gonna duck too.
Damn. At 154, he's gonna drop all the belts.
I told you my theory.
'Cause his brother's gonna jump up.
He is gonna drop the belts.
His
Yep.
brother's gonna jump up too. His brother's gonna
Castano
jump up. See?
Castano probably would want to fight him more, but he with the PBC too.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm telling you, in that camp, especially that fucking Derrick James camp, ain't nobody fighting Crawford willingly.
damn.
They gonna find their way out of that shit, bro.
So
That's why
so
I'm sitting here
Castaño.
hoping that Charlo don't fucking become undisputed and Castano don't get robbed again. Castano, I feel like really got the heart to fight the dude because you got to be crazy to fight Charlo.
I have to say I have Charlo over Castaño.
Did you feel like he won the first one?
No, I think that the way that he was able to land some of those big shots and keep Castaño away and off him for a second, it's going to, if they can work on that, if they can be established themselves first and be first to some of those punches, I think that they can win. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be by knockout, but I think it'll be close. But I can see Charlo winning that. But Castaño's also going to be working on uh cutting off the ring better, because like
Right.
the way that I saw it is Charlo was escaping from the sides. You know what I'm saying? He would get against the ropes, but he was freely able to move across the ropes and move to the side. Kasani wasn't cutting off the ring that well. You know what I'm saying? There's a science to that. There's a science to cutting off the ring. So if somebody stepped to one side, you don't have to do a whole bunch of movement. Just even
Right.
do a small feint to that side, and then a small feint, step back, and then shoot your either your left hand or your right hand in that direction. Even if it's wide or if it's big or if it's a huge it's a big left hook or right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you're keeping them in that position, and then you step back and then you readjust to that. Some of the fighters, I don't know if they're taught that or they're just not used to doing it, but you know,
Right. I
they
don't
just
know.
let the
I
fighters go
saw
around.
I saw a little bit of a different fight. I'll tell you what I saw. I saw Castano come out, put the pressure on Charlo. He kind of like, in a lot of moments, he would kind of freeze and he would stop
Charlo.
throwing his jab even. Yeah, Charlo looked confused in a lot of points in that fight. In the second half of the fight, the championship rounds, Charlo said, like, kind of like, fuck it,
Yeah.
and threw the game plan out the window and just took the fight to Castano. Because that's
Yep.
one of Charlo's strengths. He could just say, fuck it, and just fucking come after you. You feel what I'm saying? And then he'll just get you out of there in most cases. I
Y-
don't think that he did enough to beat Castano in that fight. He won, but I don't think that he should have won. I'm okay with the draw. I thought Castano won, bro. I think that he was actually low key robbed.
Yeah, no, I could see both situations. I could see it as a draw too, as you
He
have
did
both.
he did hurt Castano, and I think people blew that out of the water a whole lot too. Castano hurt him before he ever hurt Castano.
We can do a rewatch. We should do a rewatch.
I'm
Uh,
hella down, bro, because people don't ever fucking like volunteer for that type of shit, and that's where we should utilize the Discord, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, no, no. Bro, we can do a semi rewatch highlights on Twitch. You can't do it on YouTube. So the way that we would do it is on Twitch. Uh, we can do a highlights. We can watch the highlights on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And it would be a reaction video. You know what I'm
right?
saying? Unlike on YouTube, and then you can bring all that stuff into YouTube. I got a whole plan, bro. On trip.
I'm hella down. I'm hella down to be involved with some shit like that. Do the rewatches on Twitch. You can't. What would prevent you from doing it on Discord?
Well,
Just that
because
people don't know how to effectively use it that as well, or what? Why don't we use Discord?
Well, with Twitch, you can actually show the fight on Discord, and you can stream it and you can record it and you can do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen like people react to Julio Cesar Chavez, what I'm saying, on like YouTube? You know what I'm saying? You have people
Yeah,
reacting to that. They react to the highlights. So as long as it's a like if PBC did the highlights for Charlo versus Castano, then we can watch the highlights. You know what I'm saying, on Twitch and react to it and then put it on YouTube. It's weird. It's a weird fucking thing, but it's a
so
loophole
I
kind of.
get
That's,
what you're saying. Now I get why you want to do the Twitch because
yeah,
you want to actually be able to put this shit on YouTube
yeah. Well, I want to
and
put it
then
on
not
Twitch
take a
and then bring it.
copyright for it.
Yeah, yep, yeah. There's weird loopholes around that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm all about. Skipping through those
Hell yeah,
loopholes. But yeah,
hell
hopefully
yeah, that
YouTube
would
is
be
not
lit.
listening.
That would be lit. It would be even lit, even more lit, cause to fucking okay. We saw the fight, right? Now the full fight's out. Now we download the fucking fight. Now we cut the fight up how we want, and we analyze it the way that we want, and put that shit on fucking Twitch.
Yeah, ooh, I
You
mean,
feel
it's
what
gonna
I'm
be a
saying?
little.
So actually create the highlights because there's a couple of dudes like, and the reason that I say that is because I feel like highlights don't encompass enough of the fucking fight. We might want to make the actual fucking highlights ourselves. You feel me? That way we
Yeah.
can really in detail break them down,
Well,
cut that shit up.
what I was talking to YB is right, if we were, because we can break down a whole bunch of actual fights. Because I've been watching on Twitch. There's a guy. He does like a review of like old fights, and
Yeah,
he like talks over them. You know what I'm saying? Like he like he commentates, you know what I'm saying? Like he's using a good jab and things like that, right? But if we were to do like let's say the highlights, then what I could do is we'll watch like maybe 30 seconds and then I could be like, okay, this is what he's doing and then I do it in VR, you know what I'm saying? Like or I
Right.
do it,
Hey, what's up?
physically, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, with my hands, kind of like interrupt that video.
Nothing, man. Hell yeah. Do real breakdowns.
Real breakdowns and like, okay, so he's landing this punch and you know what I'm saying, like and he's stepping to the side and I won't be able to do everything like that, but I'll do my best. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah. There's certain people that you feel me are good at doing that shit too. You feel me that we actually have on the channel.
yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
dedicate one person to that shit. Shit, even if H was willing to do it, because I think that he really break down fights well. Coco does. You feel me? It's a few people.
Yeah, I'm new to all this YouTube YTBC shit. Like honestly, I have like I've only been fucking with YouTube boxing community since November, and it was like right before the Caleb Plant fight. So I was like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about Caleb Plant. Let me get on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's when you came around, Cos?
Yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
first person that I met was TY. TY?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember TY. TY used to be one of my homies on the channel, one of my good homies.
Damn.
He exposed himself as a mark.
Yeah, he was talking reckless to me. That's who he was talking reckless to. He was talking all that racist shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told H Money.
Bro, you know I was there every single night, bro. I saw everything. He
So I was
fucking
like,
fucked around and bit off more than he could chew. Well, them fucking bets, he got a gambling problem.
no. So H Money asked me, he's like, bro, you really think he's racist? And I was like, man, yeah, he's like the way he's speaking is like really foul. Like you know what I'm saying?
I'm keeping it a buck with you. Like, as a person who grew up like in California, you feel me, where we have kind of like a tension between Mexican and black people. How he was talking
Yeah.
was kind of like, I'm not saying it's okay. It was normal.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how I hear black people talk about Mexican people when they have disdain towards them. And when he got pissed off, he let it out. But it was really over emotion. And go back to what I was saying. He got a gambling problem. He bit off more than he could chew, fucking betting 1,000 push-ups with everybody on the fucking channel. And
Man, all right.
he got emotionally involved. You feel me? And that's why he fucking was being biased towards Caleb Plant and borderline racist towards Mexican people on the panel. You feel me? Which wasn't cool, and it wasn't cool to disrespect Karma either, bro. You feel me? One of the only
Yeah, I
women
saw
that
that too.
come on the panel. That's where like he fucked up. I just didn't respect
Yeah.
it. Like I know for a fact, like I know Ty for like you came on for like the Caleb Plant. That was the departure of Ty. I know Ty for like a year before that on the channel. I
Damn.
know he could do 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah.
You
But
feel where
man,
I'm coming from when I say that
yeah,
though? He's acting like a bitch,
yeah. That's
and that's
that's
where
the
like
thing,
he
man.
kind of lost me, bro. You feel me? He shouldn't have did that because he exposed himself like who he truly is, and that's why like I rode with H on that shit because that shit wasn't cool, bro. To disrespect Karma and not be a man of your word, bro. Even when I bet Ty, I cammed up and did my push-ups.
Damn. I missed a lot of good shit, but
Yeah, I bet him 100 push-ups on the fucking Shakur versus Herring fight. Ask anybody on the channel, and they all know I cammed up and did my 100 and struggled through them and did them.
yeah, yeah.
Did
That's
every single one, bro. Like no cap. Like so that's why nobody had at the time, bro. We was doing push-up bets like crazy. So if you wasn't doing
yeah,
your push-ups, everybody else was getting kicked off the channel. So why wouldn't he?
yeah. Man,
Rich,
I'm
Rich
down. I'm
got
down.
kicked off the channel over some push-ups.
Shit, I'm
The only
doing
reason he
boxing.
came back is because Ty gone. You feel me? Method, Rich, all them fools got kicked off the channel over push-ups and race. You feel me? We was not
Yeah,
fucking with that shit on the channel, bro. Like at all. Nobody wanted to hear nothing about it. Only reason I feel like that shit can come out now is because the little Crawford lawsuit shit made it to where kind of H want to talk about the shit.
yeah.
Why
That's
is
that's
that?
crazy.
I don't like that. I don't like that shit, bro. But like I said, Ty, how he was talking, that's how I'm used to hearing black people talk. He was trying to, he think they like he, you feel me? Like he really thinks he's black.
Yeah, nah, he was wilding out, and then he cammed up, and I was like, man, you crazy ass little white boy, man, wilding out and shit,
Yeah,
crazy as hell.
that's how black people uh like refer to Mexicans in a negative way, and Mexicans have their own negative way of referring to black people. California is very racist. Like keep it a
Yeah,
hundred. Like
yeah, here in
everybody's
Chicago is
racist to
different.
everybody, bro. Like you'll go to 7-Eleven and have a racist experience with like an Indian guy or something being racist towards you or something. It's all kind of race shit going on in Cali. Fucking go through the mall, fucking Chinese lady will fucking follow you through fucking a little store in the mall or something. Think you gonna steal or something. You feel me? It's all kind of shit. So that's why
Yeah,
when I hear somebody, a young dude like 150 saying he never had a racist experience in his life, I'm like, oh, you're privileged.
yeah, Texas is weird though. Like
Yeah,
Texas is weird.
don't cap about it. You feel what I'm saying? Just say, oh, you know what? For my whole life, I didn't have too many racist experiences. You feel me? But don't say like you've never had one. Like it don't exist. That sounds like some Lil Wayne shit to me. Like that's some hoe ass shit he said. I lost some respect for 150 when he said that.
Yeah,
Who's
we,
that? Who's that blind in the world? You feel what I'm saying? Like
I mean, if people never had that experience, you know what I'm saying, to each his own, but you know what I mean, like, yeah,
I
it's
just
you
feel like
can't
you
say that
got to
it
be a
doesn't exist.
privileged person. Like you never really came up. Like you didn't. You definitely didn't come up in the hood or nothing.
Yeah,
You telling me that?
yeah, no, no, but to each his own. If you were able to, go through life, and not deal with that, like, man, but yeah,
Hey,
you
I
can't
would.
deny
Don't
that.
get me wrong, cause I wouldn't wish it on nobody. But I'm saying don't be ignorant.
Yeah, you can't deny that it doesn't exist or it doesn't happen, or you can't say that your experience is different from somebody else's. Because like
Yeah,
there's places in the United States where it's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like when you go to work, if you ever done a physical job, and then like you busting your ass every day, and then you see the food that ain't got no calluses on his hands, you ain't gonna respect him as much.
right?
You feel me? You ain't been through nothing, so kind of careful. You ain't gonna have the same amount of respect. You know what I'm saying? That shit's earned,
Yeah,
and
man.
that's
So
why
H
I
been
lost
doing it
that
for a
type
long
of respect.
time, huh?
Hell yeah, bro. I've been part of the channel for a little minute.
Yeah. How long have you been fucking with H for?
Shit, probably now like a year and a half. Cause
Damn.
before I used to come on H's channel, I used to always go on Fred's channel. Me, I'm one of the guys. I like to go on where I used to do this shit. I actually don't do this shit no more. But I used to go on BFTB's channel and I used to go on Fred's channel every day. I used to do DoorDash and I used to listen to them while I was in the car. It used to get me through my deliveries. Like, you feel me? I look up and I made $250 that day or some shit like that, just doing DoorDash. And I
Yeah.
would listen to these fools and listen to they dumbass fucking callers calling in with dumbass arguments and all this shit. I'm like, damn, are y'all even watching the fights? Are y'all even doing research? Are y'all even watching the interviews? And that's why, like, when I came to Fred's channel, H used to always come on and cook them foods, right? He used to cook them, and he cooked this one dude in particular, and like he just fried the dude. And I found his page like directly after that, and that was I came to his page and I seen like, oh shit, okay, people actually doing their research in here. I had to respect it. And that's why I just stuck. What made me fuck with H like on some like, oh bro, I fuck with you hard shit was when he actually called out Bill Hayne. That's when I was like, okay, bro, like you're my guy, bro, because you actually gonna call shit out. You ain't gonna sit up here and let these fools, you feel me, cap just because you know him and they in the industry. When he did that, that's when I fucked with H.
Yeah. No, he's savage, man. He's
Now
definitely
I really understand what he's doing on a different level. I understand that he's actually fucking promoting the sport of boxing. You feel me? When like people think that he hopping, like hopping on this fight is bad. No, H is promoting the sport of boxing. Like when he talk
like,
about David Burrell right now, he's pushing him. You feel me? He talking about who he think is the hottest, and he actually do his research, bro. You know more than 90% of the people on the fucking chat. H don't even he don't even like come on like to speak. He let people other people cook, but he know a lot about boxing enough to where he can fucking talk and nobody else have nobody on the panel.
Yeah, no, I know. I see that too, man. Like, you know, one thing that I'm trying to like work with H is obviously he knows his formula, he knows his game plan. He doesn't need to be coached or things like that. But if he
Right,
needs any type of help of like building, marketing, or anything like that, hopefully that I can help him. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I'm new to all of this shit, so but it's up to him what he wants to do. But you know, those that's there for him to do. So with YB, YB's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing his thing. So you know, the one thing is trying to make YB look good. You know what I'm saying? Appear
Yeah,
as good as the rest of these big channels. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been trying to do with these graphics. You know what I'm saying? So like some of these channels, all they have to do is have the glitter and the right fonts and the right, you know what I'm saying, the right things, right? It
right.
appears to look good and be good, right? So why not? Why not make a YB channel look good? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. You know what they do? They do a lot of like different little shit that in some cases is creative. Like I seen like they'll talk about the greatness of Manny Pacquiao and they'll do like a fucking thumbnail with him and
Yeah,
then Crawford in the ring with him with his back to Pacquiao. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, they
yeah,
fought. People be thinking that shit and click. Or like they'll fucking do like clickbaity shit that I hate.
yeah,
Like they'll put a picture of Crawford and Spence and I told you so. And you feel me? You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Like they be
Oh,
doing
I
whole
see
ass
that.
shit. Yeah, they be doing a little whole ass shit, bro. But it's creative. You feel me? Like
Yeah, no, I
do some skeptical shit sometimes.
yeah, do
That's
some.
what I'm saying to you. Like, get if you go really make him blow up, fucking make some skeptical thumbnails sometimes, or you feel me? Like some shit like, what the fuck? When did Ugas and Crawford fight? Like, make some thumbnails that's like draw them in, bro. That
Yeah,
shit make people click on that shit all day, bro. I promise.
but
Yeah, if it's some good content when you click it, then good. You feel me? Like,
afterwards, yeah, you have to get through that. But but YB should be. I'm not trying to like coach him or do nothing like that, but
nah,
focus
you
on
right. You know, one person that I
speaking the
hate
truth.
on YouTube, bro, but for some reason, like the OGs respect him, like Blood respects him. You feel me? Like
Blue Blood
certain dudes
Sports,
respect.
Blue Blood
Monty
Sports.
Brown, Monty Brown.
You don't fuck with Money
He
Brown?
is he is the most. You like him? He is the most
Uh,
clickbaity. He is the most
he is
clickbaity
very,
person on
yeah,
YouTube.
yes,
You
very
like him?
clickbaity. Yeah.
I hate him.
I like some of his points, but
All he
he
does is
does.
clickbait and make shit up, bro.
Yeah, if Canelo called Canelo FaceTime Floyd Mayweather Jr. and then you click on the link, what if Canelo FaceTime Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Like what the fuck? But a lot of these channels do that. Blue Blood Sports does that all the time. Blue Blood Sports is fucking horrible. Money Brown, he's trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Monty Brown is like Travis Scotty to me. They both doing it for the money. I think they're pathetic, bro.
Yeah,
I don't like Blue Blood, but the thing about Blue Blood is this: Blue Blood, he's the biggest cash grabber out of all of them, right?
yeah,
But at the same time, he still want to have some type of form of integrity. Even right now, look at how if you watch any of his recent videos, he changes up,
yeah.
and
He he
that's
changes.
what
He's
to
changing.
not be liked about him. He giving people what they want. That he
Yeah,
knows the fanboys in the sport, so he gonna make the content that they want. He gonna go with whatever people's trying to do. Oh well, now that Crawford left top rank and is now a promotional free agent, now I can say good narratives about him. Like that's some weak ass shit. Why do you
yeah.
have to even do any of that budget to get respect from you fans? But y'all gonna give Jerron Booth Ennis all the respect in the world.
What about my boy Showbiz the adult?
I like Showbiz, but he tries to be a little too unbiased.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's scared.
Impartial. Yeah,
He's a weenie, and I used to fuck with him hard. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. it's only a couple of YouTubers on the internet that I've super chatted. And when I super chat like 10 and $20 at a time. Showbiz
Uh,
the dope. One day I gave him like 60 to $80.
bro, you wildin'.
He's the
Why?
only person. He's the only person that I used to respect on that level.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
I give blood super chats. No, but all I'm saying is Showbiz he'll get the capping to to his viewers, and I understand that since he stopped working and started doing YouTube full time. This is how hard I used to fuck with Showbiz since the beginning when he first got on YouTube. You feel
Yeah.
me? I don't like how he kind of like went for the audience.
What about Coach Malachi?
Coach Malachi is hard. He's one of the most legit dudes. But even him, it's not H Money show when you on his show.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
I know.
he like to control his show and he want to act
Yeah,
as if he gonna give everybody all the smoke. This is the part I don't like about Coach.
yeah, he
He
don't.
gonna
He
act like
don't,
he
bro.
gonna give everybody all the smoke, but really he's a nice guy.
Yeah, nah, he don't.
You feel me?
Bro,
He a nice dude.
did you hear what's his name call his ass out? Coco the Don?
What
Coco
he
the
did?
Don. He Coco the Don called his ass out, bro. And
What happened?
bro,
I
he
don't think
was
so, Rob.
going in on him. And that man showed up. That man showed up in here I'm gonna end the broadcast because I don't like to talk about